Hey guys, and welcome to my very last video I'll be putting up for 2018. This is an affordable drugstore colourful eyeshadow look that is super long wearing and appropriate for New Year's Eve. We're taking the BYS Festival eyeshadow palette. It's just $10 and it's full of amazing eyeshadows. I'm grabbing the yellow shade on a tapered brush and just putting that directly above the crease area and just blending it in, so almost hitting the brow area as well. Taking the orange shade, I'm just taking that under the yellow on another tapered brush and sort of packing on the colour and blending it into the yellow. I want this to be seamless, so I'm going back and forth between colours and brushes just so everything's super blended. I will also say that the concealer that I put on, I did not set, so I wanted to grab as much pigment from the eyeshadows as possible. In the Australis Neutralise palette, which just for the dark brown in there, I just wanted to put that in directly into the socket just to I just gave a bit of depth to the whole look for one, and it made it look more like a sunset with the extra definition. I like to go back and forth between the shades just so everything's blended, and blending is key in this look. Taking the purple from the Festival palette, this is the only shadow that I really had a bit of an issue with. There was quite a bit of fallout from this shade and it was quite hard to build up the opacity, but eventually if you keep packing on that colour, you do get there. So I got that colour to about halfway over my lid and then I blended it out with the previous shade. I did cut the crease, but I forgot to film that part. And then I sort of blended the edge of the cut crease with the purple shade just to make it a bit easier for the next shade. Now we are taking the blue shade from the palette, and this guy was really nice. Probably my favourite shadow I actually had to work with. I took it on a flat shader brush, so I grabbed the maximum pigment from the shadow. It was a little bit dusty, as you can see by the colours flying around there, but it was a beautiful shade and I was very impressed with this palette in all of it. It was amazing. I just went in that purple shade just to blend that blue and the purple a bit more together. I'm taking this liquid eyeshadow glitter from eBay. It was ridiculously cheap. It was like $2. I know it's not from the drugstore, but it is super affordable. And I'm just using that over the blue that we packed on before to give it that New Year's Eve glitter that I think everybody needs, really. I did go back in with another flat shader brush just to sort of combine those two colours together. I'm doing the lower lash line straight up with the purple, and then we're doing what we did in the crease but in reverse. So I'm currently putting the purple on and then I'm putting the dark brown straight under that. And then the orange shade will be under that. Just so I don't take it down too far, I just sort of applied each colour nearly on top of each other, and then I finished off with the yellow just to bring it, just a hint of yellow there. Because we are applying some false lashes, I just did a really thin line on my upper lash line just to make it easier to apply later. And I'm taking this Essence Long Lasting Eye Pencil in silver. I liked the idea of a silver because it is New Year's and it wasn't as harsh as like a white or a black in the waterline. I'm priming the face with the Midis Touch Serum Primer from Australis. This is both hydrating and it sort of fills in pores and it makes everything really tacky and like makes your foundation last a lot longer. Now for foundation, I'm taking two of my current favourite foundations. It is the Super Stay by Maybelline Covergirl Matte Made Foundation. These two together are so pretty on the skin. They sit really well, but they are buildable. That's what I like the most. So I went in with a thin layer and then I put another layer on that, but I sort of avoided that cakiness that you can get with the applying too much at one time. Now for concealer, I'm very nearly out of my favourite by Maybelline is the Age Rewind. And just to brighten everything up, to make it a little bit more yellow toned, I'm taking the Australis Illuminate Pen in Banana shade and then blending that under the eye area. I just want everything really bright and awake. And to set that down, I will be taking my very well loved, very trusty Australis Fresh and Flawless powder. This is very well loved. I made sure I really stamped it into my face, that way you've got that really long wearing effect. To bronze up our skin, I'm taking my Model's Own bronzer. This is very warm, so I wouldn't recommend using this as a contour, but I put this essentially where I would put blush and bronzer, so it was a 2-in-1 for this one and it really gave a lot of warmth to my skin. For blush, I'm taking my Milani Baked Blush in Bellini, I think it is. Every shade will be linked down below anyway. This is a bit of a shimmery shade, so you do have to be careful with that. Now look at that highlight. I'm using the shade Strobe Globe by Coloupop. It's that Lustre dust. It is amazing. It is metallic, and I think it's really appropriate for New Year's if you're going to try and pop under the fireworks. For lips, I'm using this Milani nude shade. It is beautiful. It's very long wearing, and it's really comfortable on the lips. This is the final look today, guys. I think it's really fun. It's something completely different that I wouldn't expect people to wear on New Year's. So make a statement, finish the year good. Anyway guys, hope you have an amazing day, night, or wherever you are.